So in general, innovation is, well, it's a brand new subject. It's quite different to the way that we do other subjects in schools in general. So when you hear the term innovation, you most likely think of, cutting edge technology, and there is an element of that to the subject. However, that in our context is a misconception. Innovation at Kellett School is about delivering a really innovative curriculum that teaches students transferable skills and skills that they can use throughout their lives. It's more about that than it is about something flashy. We are not confined to a classroom. We can move anywhere within the school. We have mobile furniture that allows us to do that. But also, we don't have a set structure that the lesson must follow. In fact, we are trying to introduce concepts to students about problem solving and about solving things for themselves and about how they need to act and think in the real world.
Innovation's not just one subject. It's like an array of subjects that help you focus on leadership, teamwork.
The four projects are the animation project that we're doing, which is stop motion animation. Hong Kong conservation, where students make camera traps. We have soft robotics, where students are creating plastic inflatable robots. And we have finally the greenhouse effect project, which is about creating a vertical greenhouse within the school.
The project we're currently working on is the stop motion animation project. So at the start of the project, the students have been given a brief to design and create a figure and a story surrounding the Sustainable Development Goals. It's a project that has run so far through 3 different groups. There's one more group to come after this group.
Innovation allows us the opportunity to run projects over several years. It's unfeasible for any one student to see that project all the way through, and that reflects the way that the real world works.
The goal is to get the students to practice skills that maybe that they wouldn't get to practice in regular lessons, in regular subjects. They have to be adaptable, they have to be reflecting every lesson, every session on what has been done, what needs to be done for the following lesson.
This isn't a knowledge-based subject, so the students are trying to learn some transferable skills. And whilst there are some elements of knowledge that they will learn by doing this, we've tried to tailor in some roadblocks along the way in order to be able to overcome common obstacles they have with the software not working, with the electronics having to be swapped out with different parts. There's lots of different things that the students have difficulties with, and yet they have to overcome them.
We want them to develop the ability to problem solve and figure out how do they approach a problem, a new problem that they haven't seen before.
I think we've learned to work in teams, like teamwork, because we did have to do a lot of group works and put our ideas together to make it and accept everyone's ideas.
It helps you focus and overcome goals. And I think it's a really good subject because I think it'll teach lots of kids life lessons to use later on in life.
You've got the core skills that I think a lot of the projects address, where you've got your social skills, your team working, your communication. But I think on top of that, what we found is this project, students are getting more of an appreciation for things like gardening and plants, the importance of how crops and plants play such a major role in our lives, because I think in Hong Kong, in a city like this, gardening is a bit of a luxury.
So we learned how to where we can cut plants and placing them into water and how they grow and how long they take to grow and what we need to wash them with and how we get them faster growing.
When we provide non-academic context in school, we give them the opportunity to learn new things and learn how to interact with people in different ways.
One of the new things they're doing is soft robotics, so figuring out how you could, make a robot grow like a vine. And so a situation like that where you're presented with a problem without given the options or the way to solve it would be similar to something in the real world when you have an issue, you have to fix this, and there's not really going to be anybody that'll lead you through that. You have to solve it on your own. So those skills that they're building there to be able to look at the problem, analyze it, think of their own ideas, and then evaluate. Did my idea work? Are we on the right track, or should we start all over?
There are many jobs which are totally undefined. We don't know what the world of work will be like when students leave school, and so we must prepare them with skills that allow them to problem solve in new scenarios and allow them to develop new solutions and give them confidence to develop their own path and how they solve problems and how they work with other people.
I'm glad it was added to the curriculum because it's it teaches you so many more tasks that you might need to know later on in life, and It's really interesting to learn about other ways you can do. Like I never knew you could clone a plant before, and so that's pretty cool.
And my favorite thing is about working in a team and building something together with people.
I enjoy innovation because it's not just one of those subjects you have to just sit at the back of the classroom and just copy notes down. It's like one of those things where you actually get to see your prototype in action actually working. So I really enjoy it.